Look guys, NFTs can be extremely expensive. And if you're like me, I'm sure you would love to own a CryptoPunk, an Ape, or a VFriend for $0, right? And with OpenSea and other NFT platforms getting more and more users every single day and more money poured into them, it's becoming really expensive to get into the popular NFT projects. And that's why I'm sharing with you my strategy to own even the most popular NFTs for $0. I'm Devin Cook. Thanks so much for helping the channel hit 100 subscribers. Now let's hit 1,000. And welcome back to DevMoney. And if you're watching this video, you probably know that the NFT growth has really just exploded in 2021. In the past 30 days alone, there's been over 250,000 unique holders trading NFTs. There's been over 2.5 million transactions and over $3.5 billion with a B in total volume. And again, that's just in the last 30 days. And this graph really helps put into perspective how much NFT popularity has really just taken off. And honestly, these are still just the early days of NFTs. Many people say that they're gonna fizzle out, but I really don't think so. Because remember that people said the same thing about the radio, social media, and the internet being just a fad and that someday it would just fade away. Well, look around and try and tell me that's the truth. Now, how are you gonna be able to buy and own NFTs for $0 so that way you can get in on this new booming market and also get infinite returns on your money? Well, first off, there's gonna be people who dispute the idea of infinite returns. But my perspective is that if you have something for free for $0 and it's increasing in value, then essentially you're getting infinite returns because you don't have any money invested. That's my perspective, and I'll show you later on where I get this perspective from. Now, the first step to doing this is you have to do your own research to find an NFT project that you believe will do exceptionally well in the future in terms of long-term growth. With any NFT project, you need to do at minimum a couple of hours of research. Don't just go buy into a project because you saw someone make a video about it, or someone tweeted about it, or because you watched this video. Don't buy any project because of FOMO. FOMO is not a good investing strategy with NFTs, with crypto, with stocks, or with anything. So don't buy an NFT because of FOMO. Buy one when you really understand what they are and what the project specifically that you're buying into is gonna do in the long term, at least to the best of your knowledge. Okay, now that you found one or two different NFT projects that you're really interested in and wanna put some money into, you can start taking some action. Now, I'm gonna show you how to own NFTs for $0 by using real estate as an example because that's where I learned how to do this. Now, if you've done any research into real estate or investing in real estate, you've probably heard of Robert Kiyosaki. He's the best-selling author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, very popular book. And he primarily invests into commercial real estate properties, and he has a strategy that he uses that allows him to eventually own real estate for $0 and then be getting those infinite returns. He's the one that coined that infinite return term. Kind of a tricky phrase to say. And this is what he does. Imagine you're buying an apartment building and it's $1 million. And you're gonna put 25% down, so that's $250,000 of your own money into this property, and then you're gonna be getting a loan for $750,000. And one of the reasons that you particularly liked this property is because it maybe needs some upgrades, it needs some updates, and you could potentially increase its value by doing some renovations. So then you take another $250,000 and you redo the landscaping, you paint the exterior of the apartment building. As people are moving out, you put in new floors, maybe a new refrigerator, some new paint on the walls, and overall, you just make the entire apartment complex nicer. And now over the course of say a year, you've increased the quality of this apartment complex. You can now start increasing the rents because the quality is so much better. And since the value of commercial real estate is based off of the cash flow or the amount of money that it's producing for its owner, the property itself has increased in value. And stay with me, I'm gonna tie this all back into NFTs. So now you can get an appraiser out to appraise the property and say he values it at $1.5 million after all of this rehab and renovations and time that you've put into this property. Well, now you can take that appraiser and you can go refinance the property with another lender for $1.5 million. This means that since you bought the property for $1 million and are now refinancing it for $1.5 million, you get to pay off that initial loan and take out $250,000 that you had spent on your down payment, as well as receive $250,000 that's gonna reimburse you for all of your renovations. And now at this point, you own this apartment complex that is not only nicer, but also producing more money in rent each month, and you have that $500,000 in your pocket that you had originally put into the property to buy it and upgrade it in the first place. And this is just one of the strategies to exponentially increase your net worth while investing in real estate. Now the moment you've been waiting for, let's apply this to NFTs. Now most likely you're not gonna get a loan to buy an NFT, or at least I hope you're not, or if you do, you have a really good reason for doing so. So I've kind of tweaked the strategy a little bit. And like I said, step one is to do your research, and for this example, we're just gonna use the NFT project Dapper Dinos that just launched. I think the project is fairly priced right now, so it's a great one to use. Now step number two, and this is extremely important, this is really how the entire strategy works, is when you buy into an NFT project, never just buy one of that particular NFT. Always buy multiples, meaning at least two. Because what happens if you just buy one NFT? Well, say you buy a Dapper Dino for 0.25 0.25 Ethereum, and a couple months later, it's worth 0.5 Ethereum. Well, now you can sell it and you've just doubled your money, which is pretty awesome in anyone's book. But the problem with that is now you don't have your NFT anymore. And what happens if 6 months or a year down the road, that same NFT is now valued at 1 Ethereum, 2 Ethereum, 5 Ethereum, or even more? You won't be able to realize any of those gains because you already sold it. And yeah, you doubled your profits, but you could have potentially 10x'd or even 100x'd your profits in some cases. While rare, there are those cases. And that's why you need to always buy more than one. Imagine instead if you bought 2 of those Dapper Dinos for 0.25 Ethereum each, so a total of 0.5 Ethereum. Well, same scenario, a couple months later, now the value is 0.5 Ethereum. So what you can do now is you can sell one of those NFTs, recoup your initial cost of 0.5 Ethereum, and now you have your initial investment back in your pocket, and you also have one of those NFTs left, so that way if the price does go crazy high in the future, it hits 1 Ethereum, 2 Ethereum, or even higher, you can still realize those gains in the future as well. And if that NFT had tanked in value and say went down to 0.1, well, it wouldn't matter so much to you because you had already recuperated your initial investment. And one more tweak to this strategy is to buy even more than 2. Because say you really believe in a certain project, and we're still gonna stick with this Dapper Dinos example, and you bought 4 Dapper Dinos for 0.25 Ethereum each, so a total of 1 Ethereum. And say you wait even longer, say you wait, 3 to 6 months, maybe even a year down the road, and now the floor is 1 Ethereum for just 1 Dapper Dino. Well, at that point, you can sell one to recoup the initial investment of all 4 Dapper Dinos. So now you still hold 3 dinos, but you already got back your 1 Ethereum that you invested. And you can even sell another one at this point to double your money and realize some gains while still holding 2 NFTs for the long term. And this strategy really works best with NFTs that haven't had their prices go crazy high yet, because it's a lot easier to buy a Dapper Dino for 0.25 Ethereum and see its price go up to 0.5 Ethereum than it is to buy an ape for 40 Ethereum and see its price go up to 80 Ethereum. Of course, if you believe in the project enough, you could still do this with apes. You could buy 2 apes for 80 Ethereum, wait for the floor to hit 80, sell one, and now you have $0 invested in the other one. And by using this strategy, if you use it well and you do your research, you'll be able to hold NFTs, even the popular ones, for $0. You just have to buy multiple, do a lot of research, be patient, and be invested for the long term. And just because I mentioned the dinos as the example in this video, that doesn't mean you should just go out and go buy a bunch. Go do your own research, and then after that point, you can decide what to do. And if you want to learn more about finding NFT projects early so that way you can get invested before the prices go crazy high, make sure to click on this video right here, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.